Hey guys, good evening. How you doing? This is another edition of Live Shop. This is number 3, and tonight we have a brand new internet connection. And I'm going to go over to YouTube and start looking at some of the comments, see if any of the comments are going to come rolling through. Tonight we have a brand new internet connection, and I'm going to go over to YouTube and start. I'm going to mute myself. And there's comments over on the right. If you watch this on YouTube, not on Google Hangouts, over on the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see a scrolling section where you can type in questions or ask me stuff or talk about stuff or say, hey, turn the camera over here, I want to see this or whatever. But I just wanted to play with my new internet connection. It's the end of the shop day. I'm just kind of winding down, getting hydrated from the day. I didn't drink near enough water today. It's 7:03 and it's still 90 degrees here, so it's still pretty warm. Middle of August. Hey, Bomb's here. IL Gophers here. Hello, Adam. New Jersey here. R. Stephen Lang is tuned in. Hey, I got a new internet thing. I'll show you what I got. This was so easy. It cost me $60 on Amazon. This was a, it's called a TP-Link. You just plug it into a power cord. I got one plugged into the power system up at the house, and I got another one plugged in right here into the receptacle right here in the shop. And it's 2 modules, and it actually uses the power cabling to transmit data. Now, I thought this would go haywire, you know, if I got VFDs all over the place out here, I got a TIG welder, I got all this stuff. I kind of thought it would make the signal go crazy if I started using them. Maybe we'll test that in a little while. We'll go start a couple machines and run some VFDs up and down and see if it messes with the signaling. Oh, let's see what we got here. Looking good, like the American flag. Good on you, Adam. I saw you got yours up in the back. It looks like yours needs a wash. You got yours last year, right? Not this year? So pretty cool. And I'm watching the stream here on my laptop, and it's way smoother than it was the other day. So it's pretty good. Okay, so what do you guys think? You think the sound is better? Do you think the video is better? Am I coming through and supposedly I can do 780 live streams this way? Adam, he loves your work on your channel. Go read the comments, dude. Show you what I've been working on. And this is what I texted you about this the other day, Adam. These are some ring gauges or thread gauges I made. It's a left hand and a right hand thread, male and female. And I was wondering about the lead-in angle right here. All these are for they're a shop standard. This is a 3.5 number 4 Acme, which isn't in the machinery's handbook. It's not a recommended thread pitch for this diameter. And it's proprietary. It's for some of this plastic work I've been doing, and these guys wanted a very special thread, and no standards exist for that. So I'm using these as shop standards to, you know, check all my fits and everything, so that this is going to be an ongoing thing, and that way my first one will be the same as my 50th one. So these are going to stay here, and I'll use them for checking threads as parts go out the door. But that's why I was asking you about that lead-in angle. I use 45 degrees as a lead-in on those. Let's see. Parts Gorilla says video and audio quality is real nice, Stan. Okay. Dan Spicer says it looks a ton better. IL Gopher says smooth video and sound. Gotta love it. You know what? I spent less than $100 on that system from Amazon. It was like $68. I literally ordered it this morning. They showed up at my door an hour ago with it. Amazon is just incredible. I don't know how they get stuff here the same day. I ordered stuff that came out of Vegas, and I still got it the same day. Even if you got in your car right away and drove straight here, you can barely get it here in time. These guys are putting it at your door. Amazing. Oh, if you guys go look over on the channel, these are the blocks we squared up just recently. Those are some high density polyethylene. And we've already started making holes in them everywhere. That's a 6x6 by 5 and change. I had 5 pieces of those to do, and I got some 3.5-inch rounds. That's what these threads are for these monsters here. So I got a bunch of Acme threads in plastic to do. Isn't that awesome? There's no accounting for people's taste. If an engineer wants it, he wants it. Just give him what he wants. They're writing the checks. That's all that matters. Bill de la Vega. Oh, okay, let's check some comments here. Much improved over the other day. 45 sounds good. You think a 45 lead-in is good, Adam? I wasn't sure about that. Tom said to use the same as the angle as the thread, which would be what, 14.5 degree. Most of my threading has a 45 on the corner. Ryan B says much better picture and audio scan. 88 here in Lodi. Yeah, it's warm. California's warm. I'm sitting here sweating. Find me a towel. Okay, Bill de la Vega says it looks good compared to number 2. Yes, it definitely was number 2. One of my favorite sayings, we didn't get to be number 1 by treating our customers like number 2. So that's got kind of a double meaning. I have to clean that vise really well to keep those blocks white. Yeah, I cleaned it really well. I actually sprayed it down with 409, got all the oil off of it. I stoned it, and then I cleaned it again with 409 after everything was, you know, knocked all the high spots off and cleaned it really good. The blocks are still a little dirty. I actually cleaned the blocks with 409 in the sink, and then if I don't have to use the exterior as a reference surface, I tape them up with that blue masking tape to keep my handprints off of them. Because I mean, just picking up tools and stuff, they get so dirty. So keeping your parts white is pretty difficult, Ryan. Did I machine the Acme? I machined the standards here, but I haven't done them in the plastic yet. But I did this. So I did it in aluminum, but I haven't done it in the polyethylene. I'm looking forward to that. Holy crap, it's 97 degrees in Waco, Texas. That was KD Pierce sent that over. How is the tool wear with HDPE? Non-existent. I did all these, same tool. You know, I've done HDPE work before, and I mark my tools that are for plastic. I put tape on them and write plastic on them. They don't ever get used for anything else. I got a drill set, just plastic. And literally they're like brand new, you know. You're gonna lose them before you break them, you know. So you're not gonna wear them out. You're certainly not gonna break them. Imam says it's been flooding here. Rain every day for days. Holy crap, it's raining over there. It's probably hot too, huh? That miserable, muggy rain you guys get. HDPE works well on table saw fences. I got a bunch of remnant. If anybody wants some remnant, I got tons of these. This was an odd shape. These 6-inch squares actually had to get cut out of 9-inch rounds. I couldn't get 6-inch square stock. So I've got a boatload of this material. I don't know what to do with it. I'm kind of hanging on to it. But I don't know, I might make some kind of a table saw fence or something funny. But I got a whole box of these things now. Jeffrey Wolf, how are you guys doing tonight? Real good, Jeffrey. Welcome to the channel. Ryan says high 80s in Illinois, and my geothermal decided to stop sending out cool air. Oh, that sucks. Tool Miser, which is Andrew Podaka, says, it's 65 degrees in my truck on the 10 freeway in Chino. What are you doing watching me on the freeway? Put your phone down and keep your eyes on the road. What's the matter with you? 65 degrees does sound good though. A-bomb, 100% humidity, hot and sticky. I'm ready for fall weather. Amateur redneck. Uh-oh. Man, we're losing our feed. Well, I lost my feed there for some reason. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're back. Amateur redneck asks, is this going to be every day? No, just anytime I feel like it. It's not terrible to do. Just set up the camera and go. It's not, too hard to. You don't have. There's no edit time, so I don't have to go. I don't have to capture this stuff. I don't have to go inside. I don't have to sit there and edit it. So it's kind of appealing to me just to go on live and talk to you guys a little bit. This isn't that bad. And tell you about my day. You can tell me about your day. You can ask questions. Whatever, you want me to show you something? I'll show you something. Greetings from Venezuela. Hello, Venezuela. 65 degrees in Pueblo, Colorado. 72 degrees and raining in Pennsylvania. Amateur redneck can use the plastic to injection mold new parts. This stuff really stinks when you drill it, tap it, cut it, whatever. It just reeks. And I can't even imagine what it would smell like if you melted it down. It would probably be horrible. Well, this is awesome, you guys. I mean, thanks everyone for showing up. Let's see if we can figure out how many people are watching here. I got 65 people watching me right now, so that's pretty cool, and maybe this will catch on. Maybe it won't. Sounds like the Weather Channel in here. Where'd you get the 9-inch bar stock? The 9-inch rounds came from Advanced Plastics in Montebello. You know where that is. It's not too far from you, Bill. Pretty good prices. I shopped around a lot. And actually some of the viewers, one of them's a CEO back east in Pennsylvania for a plastics company. And I got a real nice email from him and he helped me out. He sent me some samples and then it's a large company and it's hard to get small quantities out of him. I only needed, like 4 or 5 feet of the 9-inch. And he couldn't produce that much. He said, it's going to be a minimum order of 20 feet of the material. But that Advanced Plastics over in Montebello treated me really good. Let's see, what are you doing tonight? Hey, Jeffrey. The time zone works for me after work. Welcome, Teague Hall. 86 in Houston, 68% humidity, amateur redneck. Zach Berg, this is an awesome format. It's interesting to hear dialogue between people such as A-bomb and such. Yes, this is great. Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun just to go on the air and see who showed up, as an evening thing. And just, you can either do a coffee in the morning before the shop fires up, or you can do it at the end of the day and just talk to the viewers and let them ask questions, whatever. It does sound like the Weather Channel. Thunderstorms causing power outage in the Omaha area. Now we're showing offline again, at least on my computer. I don't know why. How's this doing for you guys? Is it choppy, or are you losing video, or is it dropping off and picking up or anything like that, or has it been pretty smooth throughout? Okay, Ty Hall. Gotcha. Sorry. It looked like Teague or Tiger or something. You got audio, but the Google icon is up. You're losing the video. Yeah, I'm losing it here too. I'm not seeing video cut out completely, but audio losing. Everyone's losing video. I've lost it here on my laptop too, and I don't know why. This is just a test, just to see how this this internet connection works. Let's see if it comes back. Let me go over to Google Plus and see what they got to say over there. It's showing my stream as healthy. That's interesting. But when I go back to YouTube, I'm still seeing just an icon. Oh, there it is. Okay. What's the famous saying? And back. There you are. It's back. Yes, it's back. I don't know whether it's the internet or what it was. That was pretty interesting that it dropped out like that. We didn't have any trouble like that at Summer Bash, so I would have to talk to a technician about that and probably have someone come over and have a look around. Now that is healthy. It is healthy. Okay, fellas. Hey, let me tell you about the next operations on this. Tell me what you think. This is going to be. Pull it a little closer here. This 6-inch square is going to. It already has a hole clean through it right here to right here, and these two holes here get mounted to something. Off of the first 2 inches remain square just like this, and the center has to get cut round. That's what's getting our male Acme thread here in this center off of this block. So if you picture a square block with just an Acme thread coming off of it. I'm going to mount it on centers in the lathe, and I'm coming up with a driving system. I'm putting it from center to center, and I'm building an aluminum plate here for these through bolts here and here with a pin that goes between the two aluminum plates. The aluminum plates hang out like this, and that's going to hook on the pin for the dog. That's what's going to drive the part on centers, so I can get this cut down, get it round, and get my threads cut. What do you think? Never been done before. This is a complete prototype. I'll show you the aluminum blocks. I'll be right back. This is some 1/4 inch aluminum. It's just going to bolt onto these through bolts, right? Like that. And then so I've got another hole right there. There'll be one on each side of it, through bolted, with a pin going all the way through to catch it on the dog and actually drive the part. And it'll be on center here and on center here to cut my round. What do you think of that idea? Back to stunt machining. If anybody's got some fresh ideas, I'm all ears. Let's read some comments. BC Block says, hey, what's going on in here? Hey, Adam, Stan's yakking about stuff. Paul Chirillo, how you doing, Paul? Hey, Brian, how's the barn coming? Neil brought beer. You know what? I hear you, but I don't see you. Hey, I'll take a beer. Harold wants a beer. Been working on getting the loft up where I want it, and probably secured and supported. The heat is awful though. I'm with you on that one, Brian. It's warm today. I see your channel. Greetings from Mexico. Hello, Mexico. Good tool Niagara that sent. Yes, those were pretty good tools that Niagara sent over. MC Engineering. Why does that sound so familiar? Hold on. You know what? I got your thing right here. Look at that. You're the one that sent me the tool block that ground the offset threading tool that threads up to a shoulder. The memory on me. Paul Chirillo says the threading tool block. That's the one. I'll ship beer in one of Tom's new boxes. Tom is working on making some plywood to sell for boxes, flat rate shipping. I haven't broken those threading tools yet. I still got the ones that I ground for me. I think we got a successful model up on that video for anyone that goes back to that video and wants to copy that tool block. That tool block was outstanding. I mean, everything, every angle was well thought out, and even up to the point where you use the tool and you bring it up to the face of the chuck or something to square it up. It even gave you a flat spot to square it up to the chuck and get your thread pattern correct. That was a wonderful little grinding fixture. Need them for A-bomb shipments. Are you getting a lot of bad packaging, Adam? Are you getting a lot of busted up boxes? A-bomb shipments are forklift only. That's right, fork truck. Just reminds me, I left a heavy ass box in the mailbox today. It was too heavy for one hand. You know what? Florida's a small state. You're gonna flip it over if you keep taking parts from people. That design was from Adelco Electronics Tool Room Machinist. That was MC Engineering. That's the guy that made that grinding block. Actually, I can go grab one of those tools. I'll turn you guys for a second, just for the heck of it. We'll point you over at that side of the shop, and you can see what a mess it is over there. But I've actually got one of his threading tools somewhere that I could probably show you what that fixture makes. And Isle Gopher actually got some of these. That right there is a 60-degree threading tool, but it's offset at a 30-degree angle so you can thread right up tight to a shoulder. And he makes a grinding fixture that actually grinds this tool. Does all the back cuts, the reliefs, everything. It's a wonderful little fixture he made, and I was just thought I'd show that off while I'm here live and we were talking about it. So pretty cool. And Isle Gopher got a couple of these that I ground in your fixture there. Okay, that's enough of that. You want to see what that block looks like in here? Let's look what that block looks like in the lathe. It's kind of scary looking. I don't have any dogs in it yet, but I can put it on center to show you at least what it looks like. You can get the concept at least. Okay. What's the name of that tune? Move in. So the dog plates, these plates I made, are going to bolt through here, and I got another one for the other side, so they're going to bolt through like that, and they're going to go over and they're going to grab a hold of that dog pin to actually drive this part. So that's what I was working on today when I called it quits. Let's go back to the chair. I want something to drink. Okay, let's take a look at some comments. KD Pierce, that's going to make a mess. Looks like a giant sugar cube. Those big table clamps are awesome. Table clamps. Table clamps. You lost me. Printing tool block, woodline blocks. I'm just trying to catch up on comments here, guys. They require Dodge Ram trucks to move. No shortage of those around here. Even my wife drives a Dodge Ram. You know, Adam's mail lady must look pretty robust. Yes, that lathe is just big enough for those blocks. That's okay. That's what this session is for, Adam. You talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you guys got business with each other, talk it over. She's a little Oriental lady. Wow, she's probably pretty strong by now, though. Use your, hey, Brian, use your up and down arrow keys. You can scroll pretty easily. Just zip around with the up and down arrows. You don't have to sit there and try to mouse point the button and stuff. Okay, guys, any more questions or anything? We've been live for, what time is it? Half an hour. Been sitting here chit-chatting. I'm not going to make these long videos. I'm just going to make them slung up where you guys can ask a few questions, hang out for a little while, see how my day went, see how your day went. Tell me what's going on in your shop. I'll tell you what's going on in my shop. What do we got? What's the big metal object behind your left shoulder? On my left shoulder. There's a bandsaw back there. Hey, Stan, what if you hold an aluminum square with a 6x6 square milled in it to drive the HDPE? Yeah, I was kind of thinking of building a box too, like a four-sided box that the HDPE could go into, then have a hole in the back of it where it could grab the center and then let the box do the driving. I think those two aluminum plates are going to do it. That stuff cuts so easy as long as my tools are sharp and I don't crash it. You know, I got all that square to turn around, so I'm going to have a lot of interrupted cut. Getting that cut out of there. But I buy carbide for aluminum, and I get the polished carbide inserts, no coating, and the tips of them are just like actually hooked, and they just peel that stuff off of there. There's such a small amount of tool pressure that plastic just comes flying off of there, and I don't think that interrupted cut's going to give me much trouble. Oh, Nick, are you asking about this? Oh, that plastic's getting some custom threads. This is a thread gauge. This is a left hand and a right hand thread Acme. So we got male and female thread here, male and female thread here to create a shop standard, because this is going to be an ongoing project. So these are just standards for the shop so that I get my threads right, and my first one's the same as my last one. That's all. I thought you were talking about, you said over my left shoulder. I thought you meant back there. Custom made for some threads, needs to put on HPE. When is the Barzy Bash 2017? Now there's a question right there. Well, it is called the Barzy Summer Bash, so that kind of narrows it down. Summer. And 2017 indicates it's going to be next year. So I'm thinking probably the first weekend of summer again. Try to beat the heat. If we don't, we don't. But you know what? We'll just all sweat and be miserable together. How's that? Do it in the fall, please. Then it would be called the Barzy Fall Bash. That just doesn't roll off the tongue. It's just, it doesn't flow, and it actually breaks my tradition. I've been doing that. This year was 20 for me. Customer appreciation, only second year for YouTube, but it was 20 years for me doing that here. I've been living here for a long time. Isn't it always summer in SoCal? It kind of is. Actually, it has snowed here. I mean, I got a little bit of elevation. We're at 21 or 2,200 feet. I got a very small amount of elevation. I'm backed up right against the San Bernardino Mountains. Right behind those mountains is the high desert. So the elevation change is huge between the high desert and me. But when we get storms out of the high desert, they come rolling over the San Bernardino Mountains and land right on me because I'm right at the base of the foothills. And we've got snow here before. My pond is frozen over. Back when I had horses, we used to have to come out and scrape the ice off the horses' backs and try to find them some heat, get some smudge spots going, whatever. But it can get cold here. Hey, will Mrs. Zinkoski be in the Florida Keys? No, I actually had to promise her a vacation this fall because she put up with all you guys this last June, and me, because I was completely unbearable. She put up with me, she put up with you, and I had to promise her a vacation, so we're probably going to the Bahamas this fall for a few days. We're gonna hit Key West and then on to Bahamas, probably take a boat out of Galveston. What else we got? California summer or Wisconsin summer? Entirely different meaning. Yeah, I bet it is. I've been in northern Michigan in the summertime. Beautiful. Adam, she absolutely deserves it to put up with us. Bimini Island, much better than the Bahamas. I'll tell you about a place that's really cool. If you guys ever get a chance, get over there. It's in Fiji, and it's called Napui Island. Fiji is a French province, and Napui Island is a private resort there with cabanas out over kind of a lagoon reef, and you can literally roll out of your hammock with scuba gear or just snorkeling gear on and go cruise the reef, and it's awesome. After 12 days there, you completely unplug, no internet, no cell phone, forget the TV. Who wants to watch TV anyways? What an awesome place that was. Expensive, absolutely, but Napui Island, look it up. Oh, let's see if we got any other comments. Let's see there. Ty. Ty spelled T-I-G-H-E. Yeah, it'd be good to see you here, Ty. You guys better all be coming to the bash. The Michigan state bird is a mosquito, and it's California state bird too. Bring on the umbrella drinks. Yeah, my wife does like the umbrella drinks, that's for sure. Oh, he's the one that sent you the valve for the coolant. All right. Now, see, now we know Ty sent him the valve for the coolant. I remember that valve. I sent him a valve too, but I think his matched, I think Ty's matched the Monarch a little better for the period or something. I don't remember what it was. Chicks tend to dig fruity booze. There's a statement. That's absolute truth, Brian. Okay, guys, any last minute questions? We're going to close it up. I'm going to get the shop closed up and go in. It's starting to get a little dark here. Sun's just starting to go down. And I want to thank you for joining me for live shop number 3. It's been fun. It's cool to hang out, just chit chat with you guys, tell you about my day, what's going on around here. Stan, my lathe contactors weren't fixable. I'm sorry. I might be able to scrounge you up some contactors. I got a big old box full of takeouts. Need to know your coil voltage and what your horsepower is and how many poles. And I can probably fix you up with a contactor or two. A-Bomb says, have a good night. IL Gopher says, have a good night. Paul Chiarello says, have a good night. Thanks for doing it from KD Pierce. See you later, Bill. See you later, Brian. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. And let me get over to the right screen, and we'll see if we can get this going out right. And with that, I wish everyone a good night.